Chair, and thank you to Shane Williams, AMH, for the pertinent question. The volume growth is driven by two factors. First, it is horizontal growth, which is area growth. So there's been an expansion, a marginal expansion in the area under maize, also a marginal expansion in the area under wheat, those cereal crops, but also vertical growth, which is yield increase. There's been some modest increase in the average yield per hectare for maize to 1.4 metric tons as an average nationally this year. And we're still disaggregating to look at the drivers, principally from foods of communal areas and also the irrigated crop for the larger producers. So, and again for wheat, we're also looking at an increase in the productivity, metric tons per hectare. We're budgeting now 5.3 metric tons per hectare. So that's the combination of those two. But those come only because of better planning, a whole of sector approach that we have adopted, better coordination between government and the private sector, disaggregating this role play and obligations and responsibilities of the parties. As you know, there are about 5 financing mechanisms for agriculture where we have self-financing, we have the Presidential Input Program, we have the NEAPS, National Enhanced Agricultural Productivity Scheme, which used to be command mediated by AFC, CBZ, NMB. We have the private sector participation in value chain financing through contract growing, and 40% of their annual raw material requirement must be secured through financing production locally. And lastly, we have the strategic grain reserve imperative under the Agricultural and Rural Development Authority, as ADA has become the food security agent for the nation. So that five-fold financing mechanism with clarity, but also introduction of best management practices has led to this performance. Our expectation is that this is going to increase. We're unhappy with the very low average maize yields, for example, at 1.4 metric tons per